So the approach of this is Hari Raya is in-house Hari Raya, but that's fine. Okay, as long as you can celebrate, you know, the festival with your families, members, as well as your friend. Okay, without further ado, um, let's continue our meetings and discussions on the e-Sulam project. Yeah, but before that, please scan your QR code in which I will be sharing with you. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, guys, please scan your QR code for the attendance. As usual, for those who are unable to scan the QR code, no worries. Simply type down your metric number, and then afterwards, I'm gonna add your name manually or your metric number. Okay, hopefully that you are done. So I'm going to stop sharing this QR code and then proceed what we need to do. Yeah. Okay. What we're gonna do today is we're going to proceed with the um designs. I mean, for the Israel project, in which we focus on the initial stage, right? In particular for the design as well as the development, right? Design and development is associated with the solutions that you going to put forward, and then how the solution will be working, right? In order to solve the problems that you have identified. Okay, and then so I can't really remember which group that we stopped, right? Um, so double check this one. This one was, okay. So we discussed. Okay. Let's recall. Yeah. Okay. So group one. Okay. Group one basically done for the problem identifications, definitions, as well as design and development. Yeah. If one of the group members can confirm this, right? So group one, the solution that you have put forwarded is the smart system, isn't it? Smart delivery system, isn't it? I believe it is smart delivery
Yes, sir.
system. Okay, so we discussed that, yeah. And then, would you like to go through the survey that you made?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to discuss that? Okay, I've gone through, so I'm going to share, yeah, your um. Okay, I'm going to share your survey with the other group members, just in case, if there are other if there are other groups that planning to do the survey as well, in order to get the feedbacks, from the participants. If you are suggesting or recommending, apps, any applications, or any system, yeah, for the betterment of the problem that you have identified. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to share it, Tanve. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so group one, which is I would consider Tanvi as the leader, right? Okay. Okay. The problem that this group identify is the customer dissatisfactions, in particular for the UPS service, right? And then this group, managed to explain or define the identified problem, as well as able to um, um, are able to suggest solutions, right? And then the solutions that have been put forwarded and discussed last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, is about the SDS, yes, Smart Delivery System. Okay, so of course, I believe that the group has discussed thoroughly with the other group members on how the developments of this smart delivery system will be working out. Okay, and then along with that, this group try to get the feedbacks from the students in particular about the system, right? System or the apps that they are planning to introduce, right? In order to smoothen the delivering process of the partial as well as the latest. Okay, so this is the survey, simple, a very simple survey, right? Drafted by the group. Okay, so Tanvi, I'm going to give my feedback, yeah, on the survey. Okay, so this survey to me is too brief, right? To me is too brief. In particular, the synopsis, right? The synopsis of the SDS Smart Delivery System. At least you need to explain what SDS is, right? And what is it for, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you have to elaborate more on the system that will be developed and introduced, right, by your group. And then why is it really important to do survey, right? And then get the feedback from the student, right? Okay, and at the same time, you also have to mention to what extent, right, the system that you are going to develop and introduce will benefit the student, right? Not only the student, but also the UPC, sorry, not UPS, UPC, yeah. So at least when the students give their feedback, they know what this system is all about, and then why is it really important. This survey need to be taken and need to be fulfilled by the students, right? So the students here basically refer to the customers. Okay, usually
Okay.
when we do survey, right, for the demographic, right, for the demographic, not necessary for you to take their, um, to get their name as well as their metric number. But I think it is enough, to get school as well as the dormitory, right? And then the school and dormitory, I think it would be wiser if you can list the schools as well as the dorm, right? Because sometimes students, they don't want to fill out, and they don't want to type down, right? They just want to click, 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 click. That means the answer is already given there. For example, the school, right? Is it the School of International Studies, School of Accounting, School of what's else? School of School of Business Management, right? And etc. etc. Right? And then the dormitory, right? It would be wiser if you can list down, right? List down the dormitory's name, right? Or the INASIS in UUM, right? For example, MISC, BSN, right? I think it's more than enough if you can, simply type down or simply list down the abbreviations of the INASIS name, right?
Okay.
Okay. And then, okay, let's go to the questions. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, right? Okay, the first question that you have here. Okay, would you be satisfied if UPC representative deliver your product right at the doorstep according to your convenient times? Do you mean, okay, for these questions, are you referring that uh the UPC representative really send the partial, for example, the partial or the letter or anything related to what I mentioned just now in front of your dormitory door?
I mean, they will deliver right in the room to your room, student's room.
Pardon? I can't really hear you.
When the student they choose their particular time, the delivery boy or girl will deliver the product.
Okay, so that means it's not really at the student's dormitory door, right? I think it would be wiser to say that maybe at the pickup center, right? At the pickup center at each of the inasis or dormitory. Are we on the same page? Are
By
we on the same plate?
doctor, by the doorstep, I mean the delivery boy will not go and the student will collect it according to his preferred time, so they
Or
can
according
directly
to
get
the
the
student's
package.
preference
They will
time?
not leave the package there. Yeah.
Can you speak louder, please? I can't really hear your voice.
I'm sorry, my mic is Rosak.
Oh, Rosa, okay.
I'm saying when the students choose his or preferred time, the delivery boy or girl will go to his dorm and knock the door and leave the product by hand. He will not leave the parcel there.
Okay. So that means I mean, the owner of the parcel as well as the letter need to collect by themselves at their convenient time.
They don't have to collect. They will just stay in their dorm
Mm-hmm.
at the convenient time. The delivery boy will come and deliver the product.
Okay. So right in front of your door, in front of the student's door, right? At the dormitory.
Yes.
Do you think this is really convenient? Because I never experienced something like this. You know, I still remember whenever did my study, we you know, I never received any parcel in front of my door at my own dormitory. Instead, I have to collect my parcel as well as my letter at the center or the collective center, you know, assigned by the university. It's like UPC, right?
Yeah,
It's like
that's my new
UPC,
system. The SD,
uh,
the smart delivery system will do this. They will, instead of collecting by yourself, they will provide the service by
they will,
delivering it to you.
okay. So they will provide the service that mean the UPC. So UPC will assign, you know, a particular representative, right, to send the parcel at the student's convenience time, right?
Yes.
But the representative must be according to the dormitory gender, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then okay. So question number two, you mentioned or, right? Webs, apps, or neither. Right. How about if the students thinks that they want to have both?
Oh, I didn't think about it. They will normally choose one, right?
Hmm. Perhaps you could add another button here, which is both.
Okay.
Okay, and then question number three, okay, that should be okay. Question number four, would be okay. Question number five would be okay as well. I think you can add another questions. Okay, you can add another questions about the um about the notifications, right? About the notification. Let's say, okay, the question would be like, how the students would, how the student would like to be contacted, right? If there are partials or letter for the students, would they like to be contacted through emails, or would they like to be contacted through WhatsApp? Given that nowadays WhatsApp being used widely, right? Or through
Yeah.
message, right? I think that questions can be added, right? At least UPC, UPC can use uh, um, 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 their email address or their contact number, in order to notify the students, other than through the apps as well as the website.
Okay.
Okay. So I think you can remove the name, because survey is usually private and confidential, right? And then if the student have to give their names, I think most of the student won't be doing this, yeah, because they're afraid that the information given by them will be disclosed, right? So remove the names, yeah, remove name sections, and then just retain schools and dormitory. And the rest, I
Okay,
think,
doctor.
will be okay. Right? Just add another questions, right, about the notifications. Okay?
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Okay. Okay, and then maybe once you have done the amendment, you can share with me once again. Right, just share the link so I will have a look once again.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, yeah? Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tanvir. Okay, so that was Tanvir's a simple survey planned by the group. It just to get the feedback from the students about their um about their about the system that they are about to develop. Okay, and then group 2. Okay, group 2, we done, yeah. Okay, you have put forward the solutions. Okay, so you're going to okay, so we discussed group 2, right? Group 2, okay, done. Group 1, done. And then group 3 is about the. Okay, is there any representative of group 3 here? So have you and I discussed about the solutions? Any representative from group 3? I don't have group members here. Any. Okay, switch the sequence, because I think every class sessions the only presented group is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for that suggestion. So we move to group 4, yeah? So group 4, okay, group 4 is about the, I think group 4, you've done the discussions, isn't it? Right? You done discuss about the solutions, right? Adam, are you here, Adam?
Yes, doctor.
So have we discussed about the solution?
Actually, we have not yet present our solution.
Okay, would you like to
Maybe
do it
should.
now?
Yeah, sure, doctor. May I share my screen?
Yeah, go on.
Give me a second, doctor. Dr. Azul will be presenting the slide and I will be presenting the idea.
Okay, go on. So, okay, Zol, go on, Zol. Okay. Got it. Okay, Zol, are you ready, Zol?
Doctor, can you see the slide?
Yeah, I can see the slide.
Okay. So basically what we suggest for the issue of lack of awareness, we suggest that to create an awareness by posting or sharing the baju batik itself. As you can see on the second paragraph, where we did mention about TV and also other media platform. What we meant by this is like maybe on TV, such as a series or movie, this batik seller can actually be one of the sponsor to the attire for a movie. For
Movie, okay.
yeah. So by then it can attract the
Audience.
audience to know that this is the batik that are designed by Malaysian, or this is the Malaysian batik. Because comparing between Malaysian batik and also Indonesian batik, there's a big significant difference onto the design and motif.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the idea. Other than that, what the seller can do is maybe they can approach influencer on media. We know how this influencer can attract people to on certain things because they have big audience of followers and mostly
Mm-hmm.
youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
So since it's related to apparel, mostly youngsters are attracted to this kind of things,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
fashion things. Yeah.
Okay. So okay. Okay. So is that all
That
for to create awareness? So that means you have three solutions.
yes, three
Okay.
problems and three solutions.
Okay, three problems and three solutions. Okay. So the first solution for the first problem is you want to create the awareness. So this is more on the marketing, right?
Yes.
So they have to strengthen the marketing strategy, right, on how to re-informs about the batik. I mean Malaysia batik in particular, right? To the society, right? So the marketing strategy can be strengthened through the through television channel, as well as social media, right? By using influencer or Insta famous. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
One more thing I would like to add is for the company that we are choosing for our subject is Nur Arfa. It's quite a famous uh, company in Terengganu where they produce batik. They also have their own factory there where they manufacture the batik itself. Uh, I went through their Facebook and also some articles. They actually provide a site visit where the people that come to their factory can see by themselves on how the batik is being done.
Okay. Okay.
So that is one of
How
the
about
options.
other platform? For example, to create the awareness, other than TV and social media, any other platforms? Perhaps fashion shows, or is
Yes,
it common? Or is it common fashion show?
fashion show. But since it's pandemic, right? We
Mm-hmm.
are taking into perspective of the current situation.
Okay,
Maybe
so
at the
the fashion show can be done through social media as well as TV.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
So is that all for the first problem?
yes.
Okay. How about the second solution for the second problem? So the second problem has to do with the innovations and variation design, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so what you're gonna do about that? What's the solutions that you could think of in order to um, solve this kind of problem?
So what we come up with is see, I read through article which
Mm-hmm.
was was interviewed by Berita Harian to the uh, owner of this Nur Asfa. The owner stated that macam ni dia punya industri ni banyak orang yang sama, orang lama. So
So that's
batik
why
makin
the design's more on traditional design, more on
dia
the
tak.
traditional. Okay.
So our suggestion is since there's like arts organisation, art school,
Okay.
why not we take these students or artists to how I say to share their ideas.
Okay. So is that means through collaborations or what? Or hire freshly new and freshly students. Of course, those students, but those students, I mean, the new and fresh student, they do have, perhaps, the youngsters nowadays, they have a different kind of designs that can be used, that can be printed on, that can be printed on for the batik.
Yes, it can be both. Actually, what I have in mind is, tapi
Yeah.
can I speak in bahasa because my brain is not really working.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay.
Macam kita ada organisation untuk macam karang craft apa semua ni kan dia ada artis-artis sendiri. So apa yang kita boleh buat is ambil idea or diorang boleh contribute diorang punya design untuk bagi variation pada design batik tu sendiri. Macam setiap lapisan masyarakat tu dia ada dia punya macam mana preference. Macam orang yang 50 ke atas ada design dia suka. Macam youngster mungkin dia tak berapa berkenan dengan design yang diproduce oleh macam orang-orang yang lama kan. So dia perlukan idea baru. So kalau dapat designer yang sama muda yang sama taste tu mungkin dia boleh attract lagi ramai. Boleh produce lagi banyak design.
So, okay, you were saying that I think this one can be considered as a collaborations, right? Collaborations with arts organization, for example, Karangcraft. Maybe Karangcraft can provide their own artists, right? That have a different perceptions, different point of view about the designs of the batik that can be suited with the different demographic in Malaysia, for example. And they also can have a collaborations with young designer, individual young designer that working lone ranger without having any attachment to any organization. That also can be considered as one of the solutions, right? That we consider as one of the solution under collaborations. But the collaboration can be both, collaborations with organization and collaborations with standalone designer.
That's the way the freelancer. Yep. For example, in US,
okay,
in US they have this competition where Vans they open competition macam siapa yang nak reka kasut nanti dia design yang paling menarik dia akan bagi awards lah.
Okay,
Dan kasut ni tak silap dia akan jual limited edition.
Okay, that one can be considered as well. So you boleh masuk untuk second solution as well, other than collaborations. Other than collaboration, for example, annual competitions.
Ada yang third paragraph kami ni ada.
Ada. Okay, so I masukkan annual competitions ya.
Yang competition ni memang ada.
Memang ada lah. But it never been done in Malaysia, isn't it?
Ada. Established kat Malaysia ada.
Ada.
Ada Ministry of Tourism tak silap.
So Nur Afa Batik, does Nur Afa Batik aware about the annual competitions of the batik?
Yang competition tu tak silap dianjurkan oleh kementerian.
So I'm assuming Alpha Batik mesti aware kan? Cuma annual competition ni mungkin maksud I mungkin dari segi visibility dia I tak tahulah sebab mungkin visibility dia tak sampai kepada orang yang tidak meminati batik.
Sebab tu kita kena guna influencer and also ada media platform to attract audience yang mungkin terlepas pandang.
Doctor,
Yeah?
may I add for the competition one, for the batik competition?
Sure.
Okay, so yes, as you said, there is an annual competition for the batik designs, but the exposure is not very wide because of the strict regulation that they impose on the participants. Like overall, only 12 final participants will be chosen. So because of that, like unless people are really interested and really talented in batik drawing, then they will be exposed and they know about the competition. So other than that, like the general public, they did not get enough information about the competition, so they did not know about
It
the existence.
it shouldn't be such that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the opportunities should be equal to those who are aware about the batik and those who are not aware about the batik. At least the idea can be coming from many area, not many area, can come from anywhere. Sometimes the talented persons is not really being recognized well.
Yes,
So
because
okay, so for the solutions, are you going to say that the annual competition should be recognized? Not recognized. I mean the exposure, right? Not only to the um to the ones that basically has a skill on the batik. I mean on the chanting of the batik. It need to be. I mean the visibility should be wide. It should be wider.
yes, because so far, like the competition that involves the general public is only like smaller and on not a very serious level, like for the school students, and not exactly open to public that much. So we are suggesting that besides collaboration with the professional designers, either an established brand or standalone designers, we can also, besides participating in the competition organized by the big organization, the batik producers themselves can also organize their own competition to attract more hidden talent from outside, so they can get more fresh ideas, and they can also get maybe they can find their own talented designers that will work exclusively for them to provide the new ideas for their design. That is we're suggesting in this.
Yeah, agree with you. So that means more competition need to be conducted, need to be carried out, isn't it? Not only not only relying on annual competitions organized by the one of the ministries in Malaysia, right? It should be. The competition should be more and organized by many organizations, not only the ministry. Okay. So this one can be discussed in detail in your draft, yeah? So is that all for the second solution? So the third solution in terms of the price, what you gonna do about the price?
Okay, so for the price part, we are suggesting for the batik producers to increase their research and development process to find for other alternatives in the manufacturing process so that they can get more efficient and also can produce more batik products at a lower cost.
Okay, not only
So-
relying on traditional enchanting, isn't it?
Yes,
Right,
because
which
chanting is
relying
more,
on human skill, so that's why it's quite expensive. So if they can, through research and development, perhaps they can provide machines, right, that can produce batik in mass productions, right. So towards the end, they're gonna get the economic of scale and the price can be reduced significantly. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Through research and development. Yeah, okay, go on. Do you want to add something?
Because compared to the previous printing technology, like the batiks that they use printing technology to imprint the design on the fabric, like the quality may not be as good as the original creation. So because of the improved artificial intelligence AI system in our technology nowadays, I think that maybe the batik producers can actually invest more in that technology, because nowadays the technology can actually recreate the original design that is similar to the original design. So if they use such a technology, they can only they can save time, because they need to create only one design, and then they can recreate the design again using the technology, and they can produce more within a shorter time and at a lower cost. So as you said, that they can achieve greater economies of scale in doing mass production
Mass
for the public.
production. Okay. Sounds doable. Sounds logic. Sounds, the logic is there, right? Okay, thank you very much. So there are three solutions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one's, strengthen the marketing strategy. The second one's, collaborations, competitions, and then the third one's through R&D. So, okay, so there, given that there are three solutions here, so you have to explain each of the solution in terms of the developments and how each of the solution that you have can be developed, right? Develop here is basically referring to how it will be working. Yeah. So you have to explain in detail. So this is, after you've done this, so this is basically what you have to suggest to the batik producer. This is what they have to do. This is what they have to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So thank you, Group 4.
Okay. Thank you for the
Group.
feedback.
Okay. Thank you as well for the. Okay. Group 5. Okay, so group 5, hopefully that one of the representative or representatives are here, right? So the problem, okay, so group 5, okay, the selected company is Celcom. Okay, and then the problem identified is customer dissatisfaction. Okay, so you have explained the so you have defined the problem identifications, and then here, okay, what you're going to suggest in order to reduce the customer dissatisfactions or to solve the problem of the customer dissatisfactions of the Celcom. Okay. Training, okay. Okay, go on. Okay, Lakman.
Doctor,
Mm-hmm.
our group has suggested three possible solutions for our problem, and the first is provide training to the Celcom customer service staff. The second is intelligent customer service robot implementation, and the last is leverage other customer service channel. And
So, okay, you have three problems, right?
two problem.
Two problems, right? And then you came up with three solutions.
Yes.
Okay.
And our selected solution is intelligent customer service robot implementation.
So that one for the second, is that for the second problem definitions? Server
Yes,
connection timeout, isn't it?
yes.
So you're going to use the robotic?
It is like auto reply robot that's similar with Siri.
Oh, okay. So how does it work?
The customer service, they can use the auto reply in their website or other apps so they can save their staff, save their employee training costs and time.
Okay, based on your problem definition, right? The server connection timeout. So the service, yeah. In terms of the time, it's longer. The time taken is longer for the Celcom to reply to the request. Reply the request from the customer. So in order to reduce the time, the waiting time, so you suggest to use artificial intelligence customer service through robotic, right?
Yes,
Okay, robotic like Siri. Is it a system or what? Is
think
it is
is uh I think it's like a chatbot that can auto reply the customer question.
okay.
Also, if the customer they have question or queries and the chatbot can reply their question immediately, so they no need to wait for a long time to wait the staff to answer their question.
Okay. So the customer service artificial, for example, Siri can be done by using which platform? Is it like apps or is it like chat box or what?
Uh, Chatbot.
Chat box. Chat box only. It's more convenient by using chat box, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. 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 In terms of the training, what kind of training that you planning to suggest to Celcom to be given to their staff?
I think the company can train their worker like give them information about their company and the product and service that their company offer, so the worker can more understand about their company, and when the customer asks them question, they can answer those query correctly, so they didn't give the wrong information for the customer.
Mm. Okay, I think for the training, perhaps you could give a specific name. Maybe you can create the training name, right? You create the training name and then that particular training name, right? Only for a specific task, for example, right? I do not know what kind of name that you're going to create later on, but I think it would be wiser if you can create rather than saying provide training, because training can be anything. Training can be um, uh, you know um, there are many types of training, right? So I think for your project it would be wiser if you can create a specific name, right? And then that particular name basically or purposely for this specific training. I think that one will be nicer, right? And then when you suggest, right, that one to Celcom, at least they know, okay, so this training, right, will be called this one, right? Why it will be called this one? Because, okay, this. right? Rather than just simply saying that, okay, they have to provide the training. Yes, everyone can provide the training. Each of the organization going to provide the training. But what kind of training that are you referring to? So please, I think, please, my suggest is, and my advice is, create a name, right? Create a training name that sounds fancy, sounds doable, sounds interesting, right? To be applied by the Celcom or any other organization who have interest in your created training name, for example. Is it okay?
Yes, doctor.
And then artificial intelligence customer service, you can create the name as well. Make it fancy, make it interesting, make it sounds wow, make it like there is a wow factor. For example, Siri. Siri is basically the name of the customer service, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? So you could create something else, right? Chat box. Perhaps you could, okay, chat box is basically the platform, but perhaps you can create the name for the chat box. Okay?
Okay, doctor.
How about the third one? So leveraging other customer service channel, what does it mean? Is it
Uh,
basically support to support the second solution?
it is the third solution. Yeah,
Okay, the
as
third solution for, so I think leverage other customer service. I think this one basically perhaps to support the second solution for the customer service, isn't it?
yes.
Okay. So what do you mean by leverage other customer service channel? Is that mean you're going to outsource or what?
Beside the app or website,
Mm-hmm.
the staff can also the customer can also ask their question through the other platforms such as social media like Facebook, Instagram, or other.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. Through social media, yeah? Social media. Okay. So there are three solutions here. First is to provide appropriate training. Right. Second, artificial intelligence, and the third solution is basically to back up the second one. Right. If let's say perhaps some of the customer didn't aware about the AI customer service, they can go to the other platforms, right? Other platforms of the customer service through social media, could be Insta, Facebook, and others, right? So hopefully that these three solutions, right, able to reduce the customer dissatisfactions, right? So you have to explain in what way, right, these solutions able to reduce, at least reduce the customer dissatisfactions. Of course, it's very difficult to totally eliminate the customer dissatisfaction because there is no, or there is no one single organization in the world basically free from any customer dissatisfactions, right? There are millions of peoples around the world, and there will always be customer dissatisfaction. It's just a matter of um how big and how small, right? I mean, not how big or how small, but it's more on um to what extent, yeah, the customer dissatisfaction is really impact the business or not, right? So I mean, there will always no customer dissatisfaction. There will always be customer dissatisfaction. It's just a matter of whether it is severe or not. That's all, right? Okay, so my suggestions. Okay, let me recap my suggestions. Okay, for the first one and second one and the third one, I'm okay with this solution, but my advice is to improve to make it there is a wow factor. Simply create the name for the training as well as the artificial intelligence customer service, right? So at least when you suggest the solutions to Cellcom, so at least they know, oh, okay, so this is the name, right? So this is the name of the training that I have that I can use, right, in order to give the training to my staff, right? So you have to explain, right? For example, the name of the training could be I don't know, just example, yeah, focus training, for example. And then you have to explain what is focus training and what is it for, and to what extent the focus training able, right, to improve the customer service and subsequently reduce the customer dissatisfactions, and indirectly able to help Cellcom to generate more sales, right, and more profits. It will be similar to the second and third solutions. Okay? Right. So remember, the development is basically referring to how the solutions that you have put forwarded or you are suggested going to work. Yeah. Okay, Lapman.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Any questions that you want to ask before I proceed with next group?
I think no question.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's
Thank you,
proceed
doctor.
to group. Okay, thank you. Group number 7. Right. Group number 7. Hopefully that the representative are here, or at least the representative is here.
Yes,
So
doctor.
okay, group 7. Okay, your problem identification is lack of visibility and recognitions, right?
Yes. Doctor, do you want to see our new problem identification? Because,
Okay, go on. Yeah, that will be good.
correct. Wait, yeah, doctor. Okay. So this is our new problem identification.
Mhm.
Because we redo yang hari tu doktor suruh buat.
Okay. Okay. Lack of visibility and recognitions. Okay. And then the definitions of the problem. So because of lack marketing strategy, isn't it? Can you scroll down, scroll down? Sorry,
Yes.
scroll up.
Oh, screw up. Okay, okay.
Okay. So
So this is our lack of marketing strategy. So we
okay.
state here
Mm-hmm.
about their website really weak in terms of up to date and lack of information. And we state also here we believe that their website should consist some features such as company information, address, number, phone, emails, and yes, etc. And we also put their current website here.
Mm. Mm.
to yeah.
Very unattractive.
So yeah. Okay. Next, an attractive social media account.
Okay.
Beside the website, social media platform also we conclude in their problem identification.
Mm.
We state here that Nandong social media is not like the exposure to the potential. Wait. Social- yes. Their social media account is not synced to other. Is not synced lah. Like it looks unprofessional.
Mm.
Okay. So next is online shopping platform.
Mm-hmm.
Online shopping platform, yes, they also got no online shopping platform. So we state here their problem here.
Mm.
And can you read the development problem, doctor?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we state here about their packaging.
Mm.
Current packaging of Natari Coco as a final product being packed in hard clear, and it will lead to leakage and damage to the product if not being handled carefully.
Mm.
So this also create issue if the company want to ship the product nationwide by using courier service designated by online shopping. And yeah, and also we also state that Nati Coco not following the trend like boba.
Mm.
And our mission is to bring Natari Coco to another level where people will get the hype similar to the boba.
Okay.
Yes. So
Mm.
this is it clear, doctor? Or should
Yeah.
I?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So far, okay.
Okay. All right. So this is our product design and development. So our purpose of plan is we gonna create a new proper website by
Mm-hmm.
using Wix platform.
Mm-hmm.
Since we are not an IT student, so we're gonna make the website macam kita akan guna software website yang senang lah doktor untuk kita orang buat tapi nampak professional.
Have you
Like
contacted the? Okay. 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 But before that, have you contacted the company? Have you approached the company?
yes, we already
And then
approached
what's the
company.
feedback? What's the feedback?
Diorang okay doktor.
Okay. Okay. So create the proper design. What you can do is you can outsource this one, not necessarily outsource through money, but perhaps you could ask, perhaps your friends who's very good in terms of IT, perhaps can help you create the websites. If you think that if you think that you are unable to provide, a very satisfactions website, or create a very
That's why
satisfactory,
we
perhaps you could outsource it to other to other, to other party, but not by using any single money, because I'm afraid that it's
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why doctor we use Wix.com platform
Okay.
because it is cheap and easy to apa untuk buat website macam proper website tapi dia memang ada template dia semua lah doktor. Kita akan buat kat situ.
Okay.
And kita dah already agree, that company already agree lah with our ideas for making website to them.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
So
this
that,
is
that was for the first problem, right?
yes for the
First, okay. Okay. And then the second one.
So for the second one is upgrade social media account.
Okay.
We will help them use the promotional tool in Instagram or Facebook by using their money lah doktor.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, of course.
Kita akan macam assist dia dorang to create more engagement towards the customer, and also for the posting part, we will suggest them to create a creative posting by using editing tools such as PixArt or Canva or whatever software that the apps provide lah for them to use. Okay. And also the next problem solving is assist them to create a Shopee account. Since
They don't have any accounts on Shopee. They don't have. They never use the Shopee or Lazada or 11 Streets or any other platforms. I mean, to sales their product.
I think no, because we already make some research about their products. So kita orang tak jumpa lah doktor untuk dia orang punya Shopee account.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Next, okay. For the Shopee account, kita orang akan assist juga diorang untuk menggunakan Shopee Pay, beneficial of the promotional to all that yang Shopee ada. Actually, Shopee is really big if kita pandai guna lah doktor untuk engage more customers like macam tu lah. Alright. Next, we going to ask them to upgrade product features. Maybe ni macam a bit over, tapi I hope it will macam tolonglah sedikit sebanyak bagi idea dekat diorang untuk make their product to the nationwide. Yeah.
Okay, that is one thing. I believe that Nata di Coco, I mean the Nata di Coco itself, I mean in terms of the shape, right? It's square, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, it's square. It's forever square, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
And then is
forever
there any
square.
have you ever thought that why is it square? Why must it be square? Can it be, can it be in different shape like love shapes, like heart shapes, any other type shapes? Perhaps this kind of thing, through our R&D, right, could attract, those customer, right, that basically attracted to something like this.
Wait. Later my friend
Okay, okay. Right.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah.
So that's why we for the problem just now we said like their product feature is a bit of a problem, right? Because it is a cylinder bottle and plastic bottle. So we the design and development, we suggest them to make a more meaningful product feature. Like maybe the company can create a bottle, like Ribena, like the Ribena one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we suggest them to make the packaging like a suction drink bag like Ribena, to make it easier for customer to consume the product and for easier to ship the product.
Okay.
So that will solve the shipping product as well as the consumption.
And then I think another one could be, in terms of collaborations. I think this company could collaborate, with other food and beverages companies, right, in order to make themselves more visible. Just like what you said just now, right? Okay, you want to make it like tea life, right? Like, but I mean, using the boba, I mean the pearl, the black pearl, isn't it? Are you referring to the black pearl? I'm assuming that you are referring to the black pearl. Nata di coco also can be something like can be something like boba, right? But how to introduce that, how to do that, perhaps through collaborations with Tea Life, perhaps can be collaborated with Cool Block, for example.
Nice, doctor. Nice idea, actually.
Just to make themselves visible, right? And then whenever their names, appears on the screen, on the screen of the T Live or Kublo, Nata di Coco, just give, the company's name and Nata di Coco, just combine those two names, right? Make it fancy, make it wow, something, make it attractive. So from there, right, whenever the customer wants to buy, they're going to pronounce the name, right? For example, I don't know, Nandong, is it Nandong?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
Nandong Nata di Coco, for example, something. So whenever it will be coming viral. I mean, not really viral. It will be coming like something like
Exposed.
huh?
Exposed, right?
Yeah, it will be exposed. Yeah, it will be exposed to a wide range of customer, but at the same time it can be it can be something not viral thing, but word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? What word of mouth? People will will convey information. Oh, okay. Have you tried the Nandong Nata di Coco for blah 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 blah, for example? So from one person's to another and one person's to another. So the range, right? The range. I mean, the range of the customer become wider and wider. Not only wider and wider, but become well known, because people pronounce it again and again and again and again repetitively.
Yeah.
I think collaboration uh, uh, can be included as one of the solution. Perhaps it can be standalone solution or it can be combined, right? It can be combined, with the other solution that is suitable. Perhaps you
Okay.
could think among your group members after this.
Okay, Doctor.
Yeah, okay. Just complete the collaboration.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I
Is there
think
any? Is it? That's all.
yes. Do you want to add something, Doctor, or should
Already
we
added
just stop?
collaboration.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you,
Okay.
Doctor.
Okay, so after this, I want you to proceed with the draft, right? The draft, I mean, the returns, right? Write it properly from the beginnings, right? Until what you have presented just now. Okay, thank you very much. Group 7, last group. Sorry for the times. Okay, last group about the courier service. Okay, you explained very well. This is about the customer dissatisfactions as well. Okay, so what's the solutions that you're going to put forward?
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got two problems, so we suggest several the solution to solve the two problems, which is the the extra workload and the dissatisfaction of the employee benefits, and also the miscommunication between the company and the employees. So for the misunderstanding between the company and the employees, first we suggest to communicate and meet mutual understanding with the employees, such as to run a meeting to discuss the cause and effect and meet the mutual understanding among them. So the company can provide the agreement of acknowledgement for the employees in regards to their work scope and benefits, and the employee need to like agree with the terms and conditions provided by the company. If they don't agree, then they have to discuss and meet the mutual understanding. Yeah, this is the first solution. And for the extra workload and also the dissatisfaction of the employee benefits, so we suggest to the company to manage the workplace monitoring and the surveillance. So the J&T company can make some survey regarding the satisfaction and also the management expectations, relationship between the workers, stress levels, and also the compensation satisfaction surveys towards their employees to like make a survey to to see overally about their level of the satisfaction towards their workload. This the second suggestion. And for the third one, we suggest the J&D company to provide extra incentives to the employees in terms of financially and also non-financially. For the non-financially rewards, the company can provide some healthcare premium, healthcare increase their healthcare premium, send an thank you email, and also like provide some attractive customized trophies to the employees to like make them to feel they are appreciated by the company about their hard work paid off. And also for the financially incentive, the company can provide extra bonuses in terms of cash or any financial rewards to the employees to motivate them. Next is to reduce the workload by setting an achievable deadline. J&T company can assign the task based on the employee's ability, such as to arrange an achievable list in a day for the employees and design a better shift system for the employees to make sure that they are not working overloadly, and also their work is capable with their abilities. Also suggest the J&T company to implement the robot sorting system. Throughout the research, we found that the J&T Express equipped with the warehouse management system that are still like require many manpower to carry out the daily tasks, such as to sort the parcels and also to deliver the parcel in to other pickup point. So we suggest the company to implement the robot sorting system to reduce the working hour, and also it will be lower and more time. And the thing actually work like the employees need to stand at the first station of the workplace, and then they have to sort out the parcel, and then the robot will come nearby the employees, and then the employees will put the parcel on the robot, and then the robot will automatically go to the place they should put the parcel, and then the parcel will then to process to the next station, and also the next process. This is how the robot sorting system work like, and it of course it still requires some manpower, but compared with the older sorting system, this will require lesser manpower, and it also save the work time, and also the workload will be reduced. So the last solution is to allocate sufficient time to recruit and train part-timer before the festival peak period. So we all know that like the e-commerce platform like Shopee or any Lazada, they will always have some mega sales like even 11.11. So during this time they were facing a large amount of parcel during this time, so means that their workload also increased. So J&T company can like recruit the part-timer before the festival peak a month, or at least a month the peak period. So this is to make sure that they have sufficient time to train the workers, and also to make sure they are qualified in terms of physically ability as well as the personality, to avoid any improper working attitude. Yeah, that's all for us.
Okay, for the last solutions, right? Allocations, recruitment time. So in particular for the part timer, isn't it? So is that, are you suggesting that every peak seasons that they have to start to recruit the part timer, or right, instead of doing it every year, for example, perhaps they don't have to rely on perhaps they don't have to do it every year. What I'm saying is, well, it would be wiser if they can have the repository, right? Repository of the part-time workers, right? So they have it. So in other words, they already have the systems, right? They already have the system, the part-timers who will be calling to work during the peak season. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. How if like they are having a like temporary contract, they will be hired or recruit during the peak period, a month or 2 years. Means that it's a
I think
contractually
in
temporary
terms of
worker.
Okay, in terms of a contract, I think it is doable, right? And contract can be amended, right? Contract can be amended on, depending on the situations. I mean, like depending on the year, right? So there will be, from my point of view, yeah, there will be no hassles in terms of the contract, because the contract will be provided and prepared by the JNT, right? And then given that they already have the pool, right? They already have the pool of the part-timer, right? Whenever the part-timer needed, so the JNT will call they will call the part-timer who are willing to work at that particular time, right? So they don't have to keep searching, right? Keep recruiting, every year, in particular, when the peak season is just around the corner. So they already have, right? They already have the repository. I mean, the repository or the pool of the part-timer. They already have that one, right? So whenever the peak seasons is about to come, so they can simply call out this part-timer who are willing to work at that particular time, and then those who are willing will be given the contract based on that period. So which one that you think okay to be suggested? Okay,
I
never
think
mind.
this
You can
one
discuss with your
total
group mate,
suggested.
but
Yeah.
this is one of this what this is one of my this is only my suggestions, right? Instead of, okay, yes, your solution in terms of part-time, in terms of recruitment of the part-timer, it's good. But my question is, does that mean that the recruitment process need to be done every year? Or rather than do it every year, it would be wiser do it one time, right? One time, or perhaps 2 to 3 years, or once in 2 to 3 years, and then make it pool those who are willing to work as a part-timer for JNT during peak seasons, right? Give a name, do interview, and then put them in one system. So whenever the peak season is just arrived, right, or around the corner, so JNT can call out this name and then ask who is willing to work at this particular time. So the contract can be provided based on that.
Yeah, sure, Doctor. Will discuss with my group members.
Okay. Okay, so that means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You have 5 solutions.
Six.
Huh? Which one that I missed? Communication with customer, and then managing workplace, monitoring. Oh, okay, that one. Okay, and then
Provide
extra incentive, yeah. Robotic system. Okay, and then, okay, so given that you have so many solutions, is it possible to combine some of the solutions whenever necessary?
Yes, sure.
If there is any possibility to combine them, so perhaps you can combine them as instead of having 6, I think this will be too many, right? And then instead of having instead of having 6 solutions, perhaps you could have less than that, right?
Yes.
For example, robotics sorting system, perhaps this can be combined with the extra workload, right? Okay. Okay, so far the solutions are okay. It's just a matter of the one that I asked you just now, right? In terms of the pooling system or the repository system of the part-timer, and then the second one is reduce the number of the solutions. Rather than having 6, perhaps you could have lesser than that, perhaps 4 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Okay, so far, okay. Just combine it, and then once you're done, right? Once you done combine it, and then let me know, yeah? Let me know. You can share with me through WhatsApp so I can have a look.
Yeah, yes, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
Doctor.
okay, so is there any question that you want to ask before I recap?
No,
Okay. We're done. Okay, we've done with the initial Islam project. Right. I'm quite satisfied with what you have put forwarded in particular in terms of solutions and how the solutions going to work. Right. So what you're going to do right now is you start working out. Right, working out in terms of the return, working out in terms of the system that you are about to develop, working out in terms of the website that you are about to develop, or anything that related what you have suggested right now. Right, start working on that. From time to times I will do checking on you. From time to time we will do discussion just to see your progress. Right, just to see your progress. Okay. Okay. That's for the Islam project. So on Thursday, I will be conducting lecture. Last chapter, chapter 7. Sorry, chapter 6. Chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken, or chapter 7. Right? And then next week, there will be debate. Right? I have shared the the schedules, right, on 24th, which is on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Right, next Monday. So we're going to do the group debate, right? So please refer to what you have assigned, yeah? So the topic has been given. There's only one topic left, which will be given today. I'm still waiting. I'm not waiting, I'm still thinking what kind of topic that need to be given to the last groups, right? And then next week as well, we're going to have midterms, right? On 27 on Thursday, chapter 1 to 4, right? And then there will be quiz on 29, right? Okay, and then the group debate will be continued the week after next week. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for attending our meeting today. So if you got anything, please text me through WhatsApp group. Yeah. Okay. With that, thank you very much. See you on this coming Thursday. Bye bye.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.